Welcome everyone. In this video, we are going to see about AWS CloudTrail Lake and what is AWS CloudTrail Lake and what is the working of AWS CloudTrail Lake. And we are also going to see how to use AWS CloudTrail Lake to gain compliance and in its assurance by visualizing our compliance data. So let's get started. So what is AWS CloudTrail Lake? AWS CloudTrail Lake is an immutable managed data lake that allows organization to store and query the events that have been recorded by CloudTrail. CloudTrail Lake, it will be as a key tool in auditing or troubleshooting activities. Basically, the CloudTrail Lake, it will be using SQL-based queries on our events, and that will be converting the existing events into a JSON format to Apache ORC format. So what is that ORC? ORC is a columnar storage format that is optimized to get the data at a very fast retrieval time. And those events are there, right, in CloudTrail. So those are all aggregated into a term called event data stores. So basically, what is event data stores? So they are an immutable collection of events based on criteria that we select by applying some advanced event selectors. And as we are running some queries and we are collecting those event data, right? So we can keep the event data in the event data store for up to 7 years or 255 days. By default, event data is retained for the maximum period, so we can adjust the retention period according to our company policies. And CloudTrail Lake queries offer a deeper and more customizable view of events than simple key and value lookups in event history. Like in the CloudTrail, there will be a key and value lookups, right? So if we go to CloudTrail Lake, we will get some more customizable view of events, so thereby we can easily use it for the compliance purposes. And also, an event history search is limited to a single AWS account that will return events from a single region, and we can't able to query for multiple attributes. And also there is an option like in AWS CloudTrail Lake where we can save our queries for the future use, and also we can view the result of the query for up to 7 days. And also we can store those events from an organization in AWS organization in event data stores, including events from multiple regions or multiple accounts. We can save it in AWS CloudTrail Lake. And as I said, all the AWS services have some charges, or they may not have incurring some charges, but the CloudTrail Lake even data stores and queries incur CloudTrail charges. And it's also CloudTrail Lake also supports Amazon CloudWatch metrics, which we can use to view the information of how much amount of data has been ingested into our event data store during the last hour or over the course of the retention period. So I believe you got some insights about the AWS CloudTrail Lake. So I will share this AWS docs link in the description, so you can refer it, and or you can go through into each topic to get into more to get more insight about the AWS CloudTrail Lake. So followed by that, in this demo, what I'm going to show is how we can get started using AWS CloudTrail Lake and how to query the data in CloudTrail Lake by creating some AWS resources. Via that, how we are able to query the data in CloudTrail Lake. So let's get started. So before that, I have logged into the AWS console, and so just I'm going to do a recap before going for a demo about collecting the evidence using AWS CloudTrail Lake. So basically, the CloudTrail Lake is a kind of an auditing solution that it is giving a complement for our compliance stack and assist with the real-time troubleshooting. And it also allows to run SQL-based query on our events, which are organized into event data stores. And here now what we are going to do is we will step through the process of querying data in CloudTrail Lake that will output the results of code, like what are all the changes we have done in the S3 bucket. So to do that, we can do in two options. One, in AWS CLI command we can perform, or otherwise we can do it from the console itself. So before we start this, we need to create some buckets. So I'm going to Amazon S3. So I'm clicking create bucket. So here you can give a globally unique name. So I'm giving demo bucket, as I'm doing for CloudTrail Lake. Let me give demo bucket CloudTrail Lake. And the region, you can select the nearby region, or for currently I'm giving US East 1. And I'm leaving all the settings as default, and as this is within internal thing, right? So I am just blocking all the public access. And here I'm just enabling server-side encryption. Okay, so that we can use another feature also to get the retrieval details. So I'm just enabling server-side encryption as well, so that we can easily compare what are all the changes we have done in the S3 bucket to get captured in the AWS CloudTrail Lake. So I'm just enabling it, and I'm just create bucket. So here you can see our demo bucket CloudTrail Lake has been created. Now I'm going to CloudTrail to create the event data store. So this will be your welcome screen or the wizard in the AWS CloudTrail. So to go into the CloudTrail Lake, so you need to click on the here in the left hand side, and here you can see dashboard, event history, insights, lake. So this is what AWS CloudTrail Lake. So I'm just clicking on lake. So here you can see there will be 5 windows, editor. So here I will just give you an overview about each window. So here, as I said, it is basically a query based thing, right? So we can give the SQL query so that we'll get the required results and also the command output. And here you can see the properties. What are all the properties we want to get? We can select those properties. And the what are the queries which we have run right in the editor window. So those query things will be coming in here. So here you can see, as I said, the result viewing for the queries last 7 days only. So for the last 7 days, what are all the queries we have run, it will be coming in here. So we can get the query ID, query, what is the query we have written, and what is the status, and the timestamp, and event data store, and the query size. It will be showing in here. And also, as I said, there is an option to save our query also, right? To use it for future purpose. So here also, once we have run the query, you can save it. So that saved query will be in here. And there are also sample queries which are given by AWS itself. So if we want to use, maybe I need to investigate some user actions, then I can simply select this query, and that will automatically coming in editor window. So AWS have given some sample 10 queries, so we can use that. And here is the event data stores. So basically, we need to create some one or more event data stores with data or management events that we want. And also we can also select the regions or source outside AWS or within the organization. We can create it. So if you come down, you can click create event data store. So I am giving a name for a data store. Okay, cloud demo I'm giving. And as I said, the retention period by default, it will be the maximum retention period, it will be selected. So I'm just leaving as it is default. And also if you want to tag it, then you can also tag. So that is actually an optional one. So I'm getting next. And here if you see event types, so here is what the important thing. So what are all the events do you want to get captured by the CloudTrail Lake? So by default, management events, it will be getting captured. So if you want to capture data events also, then I need to select data events. So basically data events is, it will log the resource operations performed on or within a resource. If I am doing anything, those logs will be getting captured. So I'm just unchecking it. So currently I'm just giving as a management event, and also include only the current region, or if I want to select for all the region. So that a specific option also. Basically, why? Because if some of the customers, they may have only a single region they will be using in AWS, they may not be using all AWS account. If they are going to be an enterprise customer and they are having 5 region or 7 region, so in the on those scenarios, you can select means you can uncheck this option. But if you are using only one region, you can select this option, so that only the specific region events will be getting captured by this event data store. Why? Because as I said, there will be incurring some charge, right? So by that you can reduce the uh, cost. And management event, so what are all the management event, it will be showing like what are all the management operations performed by the resources in our AWS account. So read and write activity, it should capture that API activity, it is getting mentioned. So I'm giving next. So on the review page, you can see like what are all the things I have configured. So I'm clicking create event data store. So here you can see it has been created and it has been enabled as well. Now I'm just going in here and I'm giving edit. Okay, so I'm just enabling data events as well. Why? Because as we have created a resource S3, right? So those are all, it comes under the data event types. Why? Because like Amazon S3, DynamoDB, Lambda, or other resources, if I need to capture those events like enabling the encryption or deleting the bucket or creating any folder, so those things it will be capturing under the event type called data event. So I'm just enabling it. And if I post enabling the data event, you can see, so that is why I haven't enabled the creation of the event data store itself. So if you enable data event, so post enabling, post checking this data event, here you can see the data event type. So which source you want to get it captured. So currently I'm just want to show a demo. So I'm just selecting S3 alone. And it will be showing like log all events or log only read only events, or log write only events. So it means other than that, read and write, you if you want to configure, then you can click custom. So I am giving custom, and the selector name I'm giving as S3 demo. And in the field, so here it will ask for some certain conditions. Okay, in the field you can see resource on, read only, or even name. So I'm giving resource on. and the operator it starts with, and the value you need to give the uh, on of the bucket name. So I'm just opening another console to get the S3 bucket on. So I'm going to S3. So where is my bucket? Yeah. So this is the bucket. So here you can see the on of the bucket. So I'm just putting that on value and click save changes. Okay, once here you can see it that has been added and it has been, the status is enabled. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to do some modifications in the S3 bucket. So I'm in the bucket here. So I'm just going to create a folder. So I'm just giving the name of the folder as demo folder, and I'm enabling the server-side encryption to show some variations. Okay. So I have created a folder. Here you can see demo folder. And then to get some more events to show in the AWS CloudTrail Lake, so I'm going to create another bucket, but with some few changes in it. So I'm giving demo. Okay, demo bucket CloudTrail Lake. So Lake 2. Okay, and I'm just leaving all the same configuration as it is. And here I'm going to do the server-side encryption in the previous bucket. If you see, I have enabled it, but now I'm just giving as it is default. It is as a disabled state, and I'm creating a bucket. So this is also done. Now I'm going to CloudTrail console, and I'm clicking on Lake. So now we are going to run a SQL query. Okay, so I'm giving editor. So this is the query. And also here we need to, here basically if you see here, we are selecting the user identity on and username, and these are all the events. It will be showing in the results, and also it is basically checking for the S3 object and from. So from means the event data store. Here you can see the event data store ID. So how many event data stores we are getting created. For each event data store, there will be a specific ID into it. Okay, so only one event data store I am having. So I'm just copying this event data store ID and I am pasting in here. Okay, and in the event start and end time, I am just updating as 22, 10, 10, and 22. I'm giving 23. Okay. So once the query is all the things are updated with the time frame, I'm just giving run. So here actually, as we have done now only, right, so it will take some time to get it captured in the event data store. So it will take some couple of minutes before they are available in Lake. In the meantime, you will see other options. Once it gets, we will get the CloudTrail data in here. Okay. So here we have seen how to run the query in the AWS CloudTrail Lake. So as I said, how to save it. So once the query is done and all our work is done, for the future purpose, we can save this query as well. So I'm giving save. So it will ask for the query name. So I'm giving changes to S3 resources. So and also you can give some query description as well. So basically this query will output events related to S3 resources. So I am giving save query. So once I have given, so it will be getting saved in here. Here you can see it, right? Our query will be in here. So changes to S3 resources, our whole query will be there, and the timestamp when we have created this query. So those things will be getting captured. And also so here you can see it, right? So we got the result. So I have done this modification, and here you see these many things has been done for the bucket. So list object, the head object, list I have done put. I have done some update in the bucket, right? CloudTrail Lake, and I have created a new bucket called CloudTrail Lake. So this is what we can make use of the AWS CloudTrail Lake. So here in this video, you have learned like how to create an event data store in AWS CloudTrail Lake and how to use the query editor to use and create the queries. I will meet you in the next video. Thanks for watching.